Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today, we're taking a closer look at the Ciga Design Z series, a watch that was introduced a few years ago and has won the 2020 German Design Award. I personally like to call it poor man's Richard Mille, as it's clearly inspired by their designs. Personally, I'm not a fan of RM design, so this thing doesn't do much for me. But I did notice quite a lot of people commenting on it when I wear it, as it is an eye catcher. It also wears quite large, even though the specs are pretty standard. Just over 42mm in width and 48 in length, it has the same specs as most mid-sized divers, but the case shape makes it appear larger. It's the same with thickness. 12.6 is not too thick, but due to the slabbed sides, the watch appears thicker and thus wears slightly larger. On my 6.7-inch wrist, it looks okay in general, but too big for my taste. Then again, this is not meant to be an understated piece. Quite the opposite. It is meant to have wrist presence and to be an eye catcher, and with the similarities between it and the much more expensive Richard Mille, it really does attract attention. There are several versions available, and I went with this DLC coated black one just because the bridges are black as well. It kind of makes them look more premium than regular silver ones, at least when it comes to skeletonized watches. The skeletonization is well executed, and thanks to crystals on both sides, with the front one being a sapphire, it gives a feeling of airiness. You do see a lot of the gear train and the balance wheel in action, so it makes for a cool watch to show someone who never considered a mechanical watch. There is some magic in seeing all these parts working together for something as simple as telling time, and makes you appreciate mechanical watches more. I personally don't wear skeletonized watches, but like to have one in collection for that exact reason. Telling someone about the gears and springs and all that is one thing, but showing them just how small and precise everything is completely different, and usually people are in awe when they see it. The case is a mix of polished and brushed surfaces and is really well made. It is also one of the most complex case executions I have seen, with these cutouts and the screws stuck in between. The hands are also well made and well designed, as making a legible skeletonized watch is a challenge to say the least. But Ciga made the hands silver so they're visible in front of the blacked out movement, and for those moments when they disappear, you have little splashes of red to find them more easily. The smaller section just under the red part also contains lume, but the amount is so small it really is barely usable. With a price of $259, which is about 1,000,000 times cheaper than any Richard Mille, it is a nice alternative to that design language, even though technically they're not even on the same planet. While RM uses advanced materials and construction to make their watches ultra-light or ultra-shock resistant, this uses a simple modified SeaGull movement. The movement itself beats at 21,600 bph, comes with both hacking and hand winding, but does the job. After the Blue Planet I reviewed that blew my mind, this one is a bit plain, but most people will probably prefer this given the hype surrounding RM. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.